Hello everyone, this is Manasa Suryadevara from PGPN 2022-22 batch of I am Trichy. My IEP project topic is Impact of Increasing Public Debt on Indian Economy. So now let's first understand what is a public debt. When government expenditure is greater than the revenue, the government faces a fiscal deficit. To meet its developmental budget, the government borrows the certain deficit amount. This is nothing but a public debt. Public debt is always measured as percent of GDP. A country with a high debt to GDP ratio typically has trouble paying off its debts. What is the historical trend of public debt in India? Till 1972, the entire public debt, including the state and the center, is only 39% of GDP. By 2005, it rose to 57%, and by 2018, it is approximated to 70%. After the COVID hit the country, the government revenue is decreased, especially on the travel sector, and the expenditure is increased, especially on the healthcare sector. This led to government borrowing 12 lakh more crores. So economists approximated the debt ratio to be 90% by 2021. So now, why should India worry about rising public debt? High public debt led to more uncertainty and volatility in the economy. This might lead to more capital outflows and a depreciation of the currency. This can hamper Indian economic growth. What are the factors that affect the public debt? There are four factors that affect the public debt mainly: the nominal interest rate, inflation, GDP growth rate, and the primary deficit or surplus are the factors. Among all these factors, there is one factor, interest rate. In between 2008 to 2018, 5% of increase in public debt, 12% is due to a single factor, the nominal interest rate. This is a worrisome factor because the same amount can be used for the development of other sectors like healthcare, education, infrastructure. What are the factors that are leading to increase in public debt? The first factor is spending more on the social schemes. Example, increasing subsidies and the pensions. The second factor is failure of proper tax collections. India does not collect as much tax it should. It collects only 17% of GDP as the tax, which is very less than the actual amount. Especially after COVID hit the country, tax collections are postponed by many months. On the other hand, government spending increased and the revenue decreased. This led to more deficit, prompting government to borrow more. The third one is continued increase in the infrastructure. Example, investment in healthcare after the COVID hit the country. The fourth one, improper government administration. Example, AirAsia. From the last 5 years, government is still holding on the AirAsia, even though it was 60,000 lakh crores loss due to AirAsia. The fifth one is increasing population. Increasing population is putting a lot of pressure on the government to spend more to satisfy the people needs. Example, education, healthcare sector. Sixth one is spending more on the rural India for the development of the country. So, what are the solutions to clear the public debt? The first best solution can be the privatization. Disinvestment always became a means to bridge the gap of the fiscal deficit. The resources can be used by the government to bridge the fiscal deficit, and letting go of these assets is best in the long term for the interest of the taxpayers, as the current yield of this investment of these investments is very low. Even if the funds from the sale are not utilized for bridging the fiscal deficit, they can be used for the development of other sectors like healthcare, education, infrastructure. Example is privatization of AirAsia. If AirAsia is privatized, the government could have saved 60,000 crore loss in the last 5 years. And the amount received after the privatization could have been used to clear a little public debt. The second one is issuing spending cuts. The government can clear a public debt by issuing privatization on the units where it is facing the losses. If the debt is reduced, the interest paid also will be reduced, which is a spending cut. Government should look for more such options. Third one is rising taxes and proper implementation of the GST. The fourth one is drastic reduction in expenditure, especially on the subsidies like fertilizers and other exports. The fifth one is inducing more growth through structural changes. Easing of legal hurdles for business and the labor laws can help the investors and the entrepreneurs to spend more in the country. This will increase the tax revenues, thereby increasing the revenue for the country, reducing the public debt. What are the barriers in the implementation? Through privatization, the government can definitely achieve a certain amount, but it will increase the power of private sector in the country, reducing the government power, thereby leading to private monopoly. The second one is less stringent laws may lead to fraudulent activities by business individuals in the long run. The third one is spending less on the subsidies can reduce the confidence on the government by the people. So government should think cautiously where the money should be spent and where it should not be spent, and reduce the public debt and borrow only when required. Thank you.